Hello, I am live. I went live a few seconds early to make sure everything was working properly. Yes, I am once again here in my pajamas with you tonight. I can't tell you how many people have seen me in my pajamas lately. We're having work done on the house, and so I've had some early mornings running out to let people in, and I did have at least one after lunchtime time that I was still in my pajamas on a weekend day that was a lot less of an excuse. But anyway, I'm here with you tonight to share the latest news on products and promotion from Stampin' Up. And there is a lot of exciting things going on right now. Some really unprecedented deals. So I'm excited to share it all with you. Let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll get right into it. Sorry, I'm just checking permissions here for sharing my screen. Okay, here we go. So first of all, for those of you who might be catching this one way or another from a country other than the United States of America, because I do have some family abroad, some friends abroad, maybe just some new friends I have yet to meet who've come across this video. Hopefully you can see here on my screen, and let me scroll just a little bit because it might be being blocked for you. We're not looking at the first half of the screen. We'll come back to group shipping, but we're looking at this global selling is approved, or global selling in approved non-open Stampin' Up! Countries. So as of sometime in the last month, a couple weeks ago, most countries in the world are eligible to make purchases from Stampin' Up! Stampin' Up! Already has several countries that it works in, and so I in the US can't sell to those countries because there's already demonstrators there who are able to sell. For instance, I couldn't sell to someone in Canada because there's already a Canadian market for Stampin' Up! And so there's Canadian demonstrators who can sell to you if you live in Canada. So friends and family in Canada, I can connect you with a local demonstrator there. But countries that don't have Stampin' Up! Demonstrators, like say Mexico, can order from me. The shipping address just has to be somewhere in the US, so it could ship to me and then I could ship it to you. Or you can use, I think they're called clearinghouses. I'm not super familiar with those, but I know my international family has used those to forward their mail when they make purchases here in the US. So basically, almost anyone, almost anywhere now has access to the great products that we use at Stampin' Up! So if you have questions about that and you're living outside the US, please let me know and we'll talk about if you can make purchases and how, and if you can make them through me. I'd be happy to help you. So group shipping, I said we'd come back to that. On that last update, you saw that it was coming soon. Well, it launched today. So what this means is that Stampin' Up! Once again, like it has in the past, is going to have the option to group orders together to save on shipping. So for instance, if I hold a class, everyone in the class could order and it will all be delivered to one address. So like, for instance, my address, if it was a class of local people, which of course if it was an in-person class, it would probably need to be. But then everyone just pays the 11% shipping on their order because shipping is always 11% or $7.95, whichever is greater. So say you place, basically if you place like a $70 order or less, you're paying more than 11% shipping because it doesn't quite get to that $7.95. So like if you're just ordering a $20 order, then you're still paying that $7.95. That's a lot more than 11%. But this way, you would just be paying 11% of 20, which is, I think, $2.20. And so, again, all the orders have to go to one address, like, for instance, the demonstrator, or if there was a hostess for an event, and it was all going to go to her address because maybe it was all her, people in her neck of the woods. Anyway, we can talk more about that if you're placing an order, how is the best way to save on your shipping, as well as other things. We're talking a lot about deals today and ways to save, which is exciting. I know I'm always looking for ways to save too. So the first one of those I want to mention, well, I guess group shipping was the first one. The next one I want to mention is the last chance products. This is what was the clearance rack. And these items get refreshed, and sometimes there are additional discounts from time to time. And so we recently had that refresh. And so you can check this out for the newest products and the newest discounts. These are items that are retired or retiring. And so they are only while supplies last. So if you see something, even if it's not discounted, like for instance, this stamp pad, get it while you can, because once it sells out, it sells out. So it may never be discounted, but it can disappear. Um, I also wanted to talk about kits, and some of these kits are on sale, some of them are not. The first kits I wanted to share with you are the next 3 months of Paper Pumpkins. So we get sneak peeks a quarter at a time. And so for this last quarter of the year, October, November, December, we got the sneak peek for that recently. Um, and I guess I would have, no, I wouldn't have, because my last Newsday Tuesday was the new mini catalog launch. And so I wouldn't have gotten to share the October Paper Pumpkin with you. So I was gonna say that one's been out for about a month. So this sneak peek, I guess, has been out for about a month. But let's go through it together. These are some of the few kits that are not on sale right now, but these are always a good deal. And coming into the holidays, I think they're a particularly good set of kits for people because maybe you don't even craft that often, but you might at the holidays because you might send Christmas cards or need like gift packaging, and you could easily and quickly make it yourself with these kits. So October's kits, we still have a few days left to subscribe for. We have until the 10th of every month to subscribe because then kits ship out. So today's the 7th. We have 3 more days to subscribe for the Cozy Christmas Kit. This is going to make heartfelt Christmas cards with classic charm and flocked accents. If you don't know what that is, I wasn't sure either. It basically is like velvet. So you can see this unique box here that matches the kit itself. And so the kit has these red and green, like floral and kind of like, pine branch details that are going to be in velvet. And so it'll have that texture of velvet, which is really neat. This makes 9 cards through each of 3 designs with the coordinating envelopes. You'll get the pre-cut paper pieces with that soft stitched looking flocking or velvet, shiny red sequins, and then the colors you can see here are basic beige, cherry cobbler, garden green, pecan pie, and real red, which is the ink spot. Then the November kit, which we'll be able to subscribe for starting October 11th, is called Wrapped in Cheer. It's going to be similar, so you could have cards and these gift packagings that go well together. But this creates festive goodie boxes, perfect for holding gift cards or small treats, and also tags to go with them. So you get to make 8 projects for each of 2 tag designs with 8 identical coordinating boxes, which you can see here. The foldable box base and pre-cut paper pieces all come in there along with linen thread, red dot embellishments, and the colors in this one, some similar, some different, but still that traditional Christmas red and green, basic beige, cherry cobbler, mossy meadow this time, and old olive this time, which is the ink spot. Also, there's some delicate greenery pieces that have double-sided printing, which it says as a sophisticated touch. I've seen those in the sneak peek to demonstrators. And so on one side, it'll be like one shade of green. On the other side, you'll have a different shade of green or the beige. And so you can do some layering, get some dimension with the color in there. There are those really delicate, like laser cut or die cut pieces, which are beautiful. And then in December, we're getting ready for the new year, right? By the time you get your December kit, we're busy with the holiday season. Hopefully you've already got your cards done, your gifts wrapped. And so this is really getting us ready for the new year. And so it's an all occasion kit called Watercolor in Bloom. It says show your love and appreciation with rich watercolor hues and elegant botanical flourishes. Makes 9 cards through each of 3 designs, again with coordinating envelopes. You have copper foil and copper sequins. I always love when they put a metallic in there. I think this will be a really sophisticated kit with the blues and greens and copper. Pre-cut paper and vellum pieces. I love vellum for like the see-through dimension that gives. And then the colors are, of course, copper we mentioned, garden green, night of navy, which is the ink spot, pretty peacock, secret sea, and shaded spruce. So you can also see here the add-on for these 3 months of kits, dies that you can get if you're a subscriber for just $12. And don't let subscribe scare you. You can do as little as, gosh, what is it now? It might have changed. It used to be a 1-month prepaid code. You might still be able to do that. But you can just get 1 month. And I think for prepaid codes, 3 might be the minimum now. But you could always sign up for the monthly subscription, try it for a month, and then you can suspend, which is pausing, or even fully cancel anytime. And then you can always sign back up if you change your mind. But I really love Paper Pumpkin, so if you have questions about those, just let me know, and I'd be happy to share more with you about that. They do have a 100% satisfaction guarantee, by the way, so if for whatever reason your kit does not 100% satisfy you, you can get that made right through Stampin' Up. They're very accommodating with customer service. All right. So I mentioned that some kits have some great deals right now, and this is one of them. So we're right in the middle of a kits collection sale. So starting yesterday and ending tomorrow, October 6th through 8th, up to 30% off all the kits in the kits collection. And there's some new kits to share with you. So 3 new kits that came out this month. I already bought 2 of the 3. So we've got the Calm and Bright kit. So they're brand new and they're already on sale, which is really a gift. So this is cards. Let's see, 3 each of 3 designs, full-size cards. Colors are basic beige, gray granite, Lost Lagoon, pecan pie, pool party, pretty in pink and white. And I really like this kind of like retro, soft, subtle Christmas color combination. And here's the stamp set. All is calm, all is bright. I love that. Sending joy from our house to yours. I always love that sentiment, not just at Christmas. And Merry Christmas. So this kit comes with the Lost Lagoon ink spot, vellum and textured paper, as well as twine. So everything you need to make these Christmas cards. So I went ahead and got that one myself. Even though I love crafting, I like to have some like quick and easy, simple things for the days that I'm short on time, short on energy, short on inspiration. And I just love these. And then I also got the Nutcracker Tags kit. I saw a sneak peek of this in the new mini catalog. Maybe you noticed it too. So I knew it was coming, or I knew something along these lines was coming, and here it is. I love it. So this is a non-stamping kit. It makes 12 tags, 3 each of the 4 designs. Lots of colors in this one. Basic black, darling duckling, garden green, gold, pecan pie, poppy parade, and shy shamrock. It comes with the baker's twine to tie your tags onto your gifts, or these could even be like ornaments. My mom does that with actually past paper pumpkin tags. She's done that and made reused them as ornaments for the tree. So anyway, I really like that one too. And then I think this last one's a great idea because it's memory making, which, you know, hopefully we're making a lot of good memories in the holiday season. So remembering Christmas. So let's see. So this one I'm a little less familiar with, but the colors are Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, Early Espresso, Granny Apple Green, Pecan Pie, Pretty in Pink, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Real Red, and Shaded Spruce. And let's see. It comes with the album, the pre-cut paper pieces, and ephemera, so you can decorate your pages along with your photos any way you like. There's stickers, letters, adhesive backed pre-cut sentiments. So no stamping in this one. This I think would be really fun to do with kids, like maybe older elementary age or like preteen, teenage kids, or just even on your own. It looks like there's a page that's shaped like a Christmas tree, which I think is really neat. So could be a fun thing to do at the holidays. You could even make like a recipe card holder, like make this a little like Christmas cookie swap recipe book or something like that. So lots of possibilities. And then because last month was my catalog launch, I don't think we got to look at the newest kits at that time together. So let me try to remember which ones. I mean, obviously the next 2 at least, but it might have been 3 that came out then. I can't remember if we've already looked at Brighten Your Day together, but let's at least look at Road to Christmas. This one's currently unavailable, but hopefully it'll come back in time for the holidays. And by the way, when things are unavailable, you can ask it to notify you by email when they come back available. That's my email, by the way, if you want to reach out to me. But put your email in there and Stampin' Up! Will let you know when it's back in stock. I've used that. As recently as today, I got an email that something I was watching came back in stock, but you don't have to watch it. Stampin' Up! Will watch it for you and let you know. So this one makes 8 cards for each of the 2 designs. Colors are basic black, cherry cobbler, crumb cake, crushed curry, early espresso, Lost Lagoon, mossy meadow, old olive, pecan pie, pool party, and real red. And this one has obviously been really popular to sell out quickly. But again, we can watch for that to come back. And then this handmade and heartfelt kit, this is what we used for World Card Making Day, which was this past Saturday. If you missed it, there was a great free event Stampin' Up! Did. I invited my Evite list. So if you aren't on that and you want to know about future events, reach out to me. You just saw my email, but it's hannahcraftedgifts@gmail.com. Or you can comment wherever you're finding this video, and I'd love to add you to that list so that you can be kept up to date on events like this from Stampin' Up! And from me. But this kit is really neat because it comes with a box to organize your cards in afterwards, or just your craft supplies, your desk items, whatever you may need organized. It also makes 10 cards, 2 each of 5 designs. So it's a little more expensive than some of our other kits, but you get a lot more for it. The colors are basic beige, crumb cake, Lost Lagoon, petal pink, secret sea, and very vanilla, which I like very vanilla. We don't see that as often, but it's just a little softer than basic white. And this one has the secret sea Stampin' Spot, which is my favorite of the new in colors. I love that like deep denim, nearly black blue. It's like Disney's black. They don't use black like on their ceilings and things. They use dark blue. It's just, I guess, a little softer. And anyway, it comes with embellishments, twine, everything you need. Really beautiful cards. Here's the stamp set that goes with it, all occasion. I like the Hello Sunshine and wishing you the best. To from, that's handy. Obviously, the other ones are great too. Happy birthday, thinking of you. Thanks so much. Those are some of our most common sentiments on cards, right? So I think the rest of these I would have showed you previously because I don't think more would have come out last month. Gosh, I hope not. But you know what? If Brighten Your Day and Harvest Home Garland and Bunch of Thanks don't look familiar to you, check them out here. Again, all these kits are up to 30% off right now. Some of them actually are more than that because they're on last chance. Like if we scroll all the way down here, you have at least these 3 that are on last chance, and you can see they're more than 30% off. These are 50% off. So get them while you can, folks. Kits are just so great for, again, quick, easy, on the go. They make excellent gifts, even for people who aren't crafty, because again, they're so simple. Everything you need is included, except for maybe like scissors for the twine, if that's in your kit. And there are a couple kits that require a glue gun, but very few, and they'll tell you that. But they give instructions, and so it just is step-by-step, really fun. And then speaking of kits, the best deal on a kit that Stampin' Up! Ever offers is their starter kit. And it's always a deal because for $99, you get $125 worth of product of your choice. Right now, that's even better, and it's the best it's ever been. So right now, you have 2 options. Let me see if I scroll down, if it'll show the graphic here. Yes. Does it show the 2 at once? No. Okay, so we'll just look at the little versions here so you can see. And the ones that say CA is Canada, so I'm going to focus on these 2 here for the US. So actually, let me go ahead and make them big just so that we can avoid confusion. Okay, so the best deal depends on you, but I think in most cases, this one is the best deal. So for $35, you get $125 worth of product of your choice. I did the math and I can't remember exactly, but that's over 70% off. That's the most off ever. Even last chance product promotion is usually only up to 60% off. I'll tell you, as a demonstrator, the most we can earn off is 25%, and you'll have that. So when you get the starter kit, you are joining my team, and there are many benefits to that, one of which is an ongoing discount of at least 20% up to 25%. And so you'll continue to get that for as long as you're part of my team. And there's no obligations from me or Stampin' Up. So at the very least, you'll have 3 to 4 months, if not more, of that discount. You also get early access. So I mention this a lot, but the new product that comes out, like right now, I have access to the new online exclusives that you all as customers won't see for another month. So that's another benefit. But I think, and there's so many more, but I think the absolute best one is community. And that's always worth having. But now really is the best time to join because of that tremendous value. And with that, by the way, comes a paper pumpkin kit as well as some other supplies. And it's free shipping. So you're paying $35 plus tax because there's no way around tax. What do they say? The 2 certainties in life are death and taxes, right? So you have to pay the tax, but free shipping and all of that value. The other option, if you want, let me go back here, is for $99, which again is the usual cost of the starter kit. Instead of just $125 worth of product of your choice, you get $189 worth of product of your choice. So I think the math on that one was like almost 50% off. So again, just tremendous discounts right now, and that gives you the access to that ongoing discount, the early access, the community, and so much more. So if you have any questions, especially if you're like, this sounds too good to be true, please let me know, because I promise it's not. I am not a salesperson per se, but I am someone who shares good news and shares a good deal, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm happy to talk through the particulars with you and any concerns or questions you may have. So please let me know. But now is the time to join my team. All right, so that is the starter kit offer. That is just this month, so through October 31st. Then there's one more kit I want to talk to you about, but first I want to talk about a class that Stampin' Up! Is offering, because the other kit I want to talk about, I'm offering a class for. So we're kind of shifting from kits to classes. So Stampin' Up! Is now offering craft classes, and I'm still learning a little bit about this myself, but basically it's like any other product you can purchase from Stampin' Up! It will be a live class, but you can also watch it anytime on replay if you've made the purchase. And so it's a great way for you to craft with the latest products. And this is the demonstrator page for it, because I'm signed in. So it's showing me about, some of the benefits for me as a demonstrator. But the benefits for you are a lot of these same things. You're going to get to make unique projects using detailed instructions as you craft along with experienced instructors. You get to learn exciting tips and techniques to further your crafting experience and be inspired to continue crafting long after the class is over. So the current craft class being offered is $30. And the live stream will be on October 23rd at 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So for those of us here on the Eastern Standard Time, that would be 4 p.m. It's on an exclusive Facebook page. But again, like, I'm at work at that time. I don't know what date the 23rd is, if that's a weekday, but I would be at work if it was. And so I would just catch it on replay. And this is the Traditions of Christmas craft class. So you can purchase the class, and then you can purchase the sweet collection separately to use for the class, but you wouldn't have to do that. You could purchase the class and use other supplies that you have to make similar projects. Let's see, what else might you need to know about it? Let's see, I'm going to scroll through. Well, here, let's look at this. So this is the additional supply list, the things that you would want to have ready to go if you are going to craft along. And there's a lot of question and answer, which I can help you through if you are curious about this. But like here, let's look at the flyer real quick, because this gives you some sneak peeks. These are just like some corners of cards and that beautiful product. I really love this suite myself, I have to say. Oh, so I might have made a mistake. It says join the fun when you purchase the Traditions of Christmas craft class and the Traditions of Christmas suite collection. But again, I don't know that buying the suite is required, just recommended so that you can craft along. Let me see if I can answer that question for us, because I don't want to create confusion. So give me just a moment to see. And maybe because you're looking at my screen too, maybe you'll see it sooner. Let's see. I'll tell you what, let's go to where we would purchase the class and see what it requires. Okay, so here it is on the website. You could access this whether you're a demonstrator or a customer. The Traditions of Christmas craft class talks about how it coordinates with other products, but here it is, $30 for the class, and that's it. It says this product works with, and then it shows the suite. But I don't think you'd have to buy the suite. It's just going to be best for crafting along if you do. It says during the class, you'll use the Traditions of Christmas suite to make 4 unique projects. So you'll get an email after you've purchased within 2 to 3 business days. They'll have everything you need to know, plus the link to the exclusive Facebook page where they'll host the class. It's going to be 3 cards and 1 decor piece. That's exciting. And you can purchase after October 23rd and have access to the on-demand class. Obviously, just the live class will have passed. And yeah, so I don't think you would have to buy the suite, but obviously it's going to be far better if you do. Okay, so that's craft classes from Stampin' Up. The next class is one that I'm offering, and it goes along with a kit. I said we'd be coming back to kits. So this is a very special kit, the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. And if you're on my list for products, for product promotions, you've already heard about this from me. If you're on my list for events, you've already heard about this from me. Again, if you're not on those lists and you'd like to be, please just let me know, hannahcraftedgifts@gmail.com, and I'll add you to those lists, whichever you like or both. But this is an Advent calendar. I had to look up what the 12 days of, when exactly the 12 days of Christmas are. I was pretty sure it was after Christmas, and it is. It's usually like the 25th on or the 26th on, depending. But you could, of course, open this anytime. There are people who've already bought it and opened it, and I couldn't resist. I watched because I wanted to make sure that it was worth the $99. That's not a small amount to me. And so I wanted to make sure it was worth it. And it's well over $99 worth of product, which that I figured because I trust Stampin' Up! To give us a good value. But I wanted to make sure that it was to my liking. It was my style, and I loved it. So I've gotten this kit, and I encourage you to do the same for you and or for someone who you would want to gift this to. Again, it's the 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. So it's not like the 24 or 25-day counting up to Christmas type of advent calendar, although you could use it that way. But it's, meant to be started on or just after Christmas. And so you could give it as a Christmas Day Christmas present, or really honestly anytime. Because even though the box is Christmassy and it's, called an advent calendar, it's not 12 days of Christmas, I guess. It's 12 days of crafting advent calendar. But the product inside is all occasion. So it's going to be able to be used for the whole year round. And the product inside is tools, paper, embellishments. It comes with a stamp set, which you can actually see here. That's not one of the surprises behind one of the doors. You can see an all occasion stamp set with lots of sentiments: miss you, healing hugs, thinking of you, always in my heart. I love that one. Proud of you, birthday wishes, big thanks, love you, for someone extra special. And then you've got images as well, like flowers, leaves, a cupcake, a butterfly, a heart. And so really all occasion. So I think this is going to be very popular. It already has been, I know. And it's only while supplies last. So even though it's only October, get it now, even if you are going to wait to use it in or after December, because I don't think it'll be around as we get closer. I'm actually surprised it's still around, to be honest. So the event that I'm doing for this, I think is also extra special. So I really hope you'll join me. I think it's really fun. So it's a year of cards using your advent calendar for free when you purchase the advent calendar. So this is my offer. For everyone who purchases the advent calendar, you're invited to this free event that I'll host where I teach you to make a year of cards with it. Now, a year of cards is one for each month, so 12 total. So 12 cards that I'll teach you to make for free when you've purchased the advent calendar. Let's see if there's anything else I want to tell you about that. I think it's all things I've already covered. Like, I think it will sell out quickly. So get yours soon, or gift yours soon, or both. I'd love for you to come and bring a friend or family member or neighbor or coworker, whoever you think might enjoy this with you. And again, I'm going to teach you how to use it. So it doesn't even have to be someone who would be, creatively confident on their own. I would love to help you build that creative confidence while we connect with one another. So definitely let me know if you're interested in that. You can just go ahead and purchase it on the website and then reach out to me, or I might beat you to it and reach out to you and confirm with you that event for the free year of cards. So I think that's it. Let me go back here and unshare my screen and just say goodbye. I know this was a slightly longer Newsday Tuesday, but so many good things. So again, contact me if you have any questions or interest. You can comment where you find this video and I will try to reply there, or email me at hannahcraftedgifts@gmail.com. You can see the spelling, I think, on the screen there. And I think that's it for now. So until next time, thank you for your support. You can like this video if you did. The most helpful thing is subscribing, following, and sharing with others who you think would be interested. I am all about connecting with people through creativity. And so I would love to build this community with you and with your somebodies. And so I appreciate all your support, and